In this video, I will talk you through the most common mindset we have when we want to quit smoking weed. Because unfortunately, this mindset is also the worst mindset if you want to quit smoking weed successfully. At least this was the mindset I had when I wanted to quit smoking weed. And it therefore took me 2 years to do so successfully. I used to smoke weed every single day for close to 10 years. Of which the last 2 years I was on and off. I came to the point that I was very well aware of the fact that I had to completely quit weed because it was completely ruining my body, my mind, my relationships, just my life overall. I was very well aware of the fact that I had to quit. But simply because I didn't understood the thing I'm about to share with you in this video, I just couldn't do it. It took me 2 years. I was on and off. One time I was sober for 3 months, and then like this, I just fell back again into relapse. And only once I understood this concept I'm about to share with you in the video, it was that I finally understood how I had to approach this sobriety, of how I had to deal with this addiction, and to also successfully become clean. For right now, being clean over 2 years. I would say it's close to 2.5 years already. And also the fact of that the most common mindset we have when we want to quit smoking weed is that we approach this change in our life from a mindset of deprivation. So we are only aware of the things we're going to lose, and therefore you create this kind of scarcity mindset. Oh, I'm going to lose my friends, I'm going to lose my relaxing moment, I'm going to lose my hobby, basically the joy of tasting the good different weeds and having fun with my friends and sitting in the coffee shop having a good time. Maybe I don't know how you relate or how you imagine your current behavior, your weed use in your head. But sure is, if you approach getting sober from a mindset of deprivation, it's not going to work in the long run because it's negative energy. It's a scarcity mindset. Oh, I'm losing this, and because I want to quit weed, I have to let go of all these things, of all these habits, of all these friends, of all these joyful moments. And therefore, once you have only once a bad moment, for example, when you get tired, maybe you're hungry, maybe you feel lonely, maybe you are angry. These are all state of beings in which you're very vulnerable to fall back into a relapse. And especially if you are in this deprivation mindset. It happened to me. It just like this, you're back on the couch smoking weed again, and we can't have this happen. So what we want to do is completely change this mindset around, which I did. And which is actually easy because it makes way more sense. Since, like I said, when I used to smoke weed, and you probably recognize this, I was completely tearing down my body, my lungs. Also, the weed had a huge impact on my mental health. I still have horrible short-term memory, for example. And like I said, I completely abandoned my relationships with my family, with my friends. My study, even my work sometimes was, how would you say it, suffering from it. Sometimes I would literally just not come out of bed. I would just be in bed all day and just calling sick for work and say, no, I'm not coming today. It's crazy. It was completely tearing me down. And this is actually the real deprivation, right? The deprivation comes actually from smoking weed itself, the thing you're doing right now. That's what deprivating you from good relationships, a healthy body, a healthy mind, a successful career or study. These are all the things that are deprivating from your current habits, your current behavior. And this is the mindset shift you want to make, to understand that the thing you're doing right now, the weed smoking, currently is holding you back from all successful relationships, career, study, physical body, like being in shape, mentally as well as physically, just being healthy. Weed is taking all these things away from you. And you have to understand the moment you choose to let go of weed, that you actually get the opportunity to work on all these aspects of life and actually get them all back, to build on your relationships again, to make sure you have good contact with your family and your friends again, to build on your body physically, to get yourself in shape, to make sure you're not killing your brain anymore with the toxic weed, but for example start meditating to actually work on your mental health. And once you understand that letting go of weed is actually going to give you so much more new things which you will actually benefit from in the long run, it makes way more sense, and you probably understand that you should quit weed as soon as possible, because time is ticking, time is running out, time is passing by every single moment. And you're probably young, so you might not understand that your time is the most valuable asset you have. Imagine everybody on this planet, either rich, poor, healthy, unhealthy, we all have limited time. We all want more of it, but nobody can buy more time. It's the most valuable thing you have because it's simply priceless. You cannot buy any more time. And therefore, especially when you're young, you want to make sure that you don't fucking waste it. I wasted 10 years of my life completely drifting through life, going with the flow, not really having anything going for me. And it was only until I became 22, once I finally understood that I was completely wasting my time and my life, and I made the decision that I finally got clean. And to make it even better, we can go even one step further, because when you understand that quitting weed is actually going to get you the opportunity to get back good relationships, good health, physical appearance in good shape, your skin will get better, just all the good things that's going to come from quitting weed. Imagine once you have these things, what other doors are going to open up for you. For example, when you are getting in shape, you get back a good mental health, you get back your relationships, you build up your communication skills, you perform better in work. Chances are there's going to be new opportunities for you for a new job or a higher role, or to succeed in a certain business model, or to date the girl of your dreams you never ever dared to approach, but right now, since you completely changed, you became physically attractive, smart, having good relationships, that's the things that girls like, right? That interest girls. So imagine if you got all these things on point, like your physical health, your mental health, your finances, your faith, your relationships. Imagine what doors these things will open up for you in the future. This is the most important thing, and this is, if you understand this mindset shift, it makes so much more sense. So please let me know if you agree at all with what I'm saying. If you are curious about what I will be talking about in the future, also make sure that you get yourself a subscription on the channel. And I want to add to that 2 questions, which can even help you in other things in life, in other aspects of life. If you are looking to make a change, but you're not really sure about it, or you're not really motivated enough yet to actually do it, there's 2 questions you want to ask yourself. The first one is, what is it going to cost me if I don't make this change? For example, quitting to smoke weed. What is it going to cost you if you just keep on continuing living the life you live right now? Your mental health is going to get worse. Your physical health is going to get worse. Your relationships are going to get worse. All the good things I just mentioned will be going down. The second question is, what are you going to gain from it once you do make this decision? Once you actually successfully quit smoking weed, what are you going to gain from it? Not only the good relationships, the physical health, the mental health, but also the things that come after those things. For example, the better job, the successful business, the hot girl. There's so many opportunities. I talked about it today on a story I made on Instagram. since last week I started posting this type of videos on Instagram as well, just yapping in my stories about the things I learned, the things I have learned since getting sober and moving to Colombia and running marathons, working out every single day, getting into combat sports. There's been so many things I've learned, and I share them all on Instagram, so make sure to check it out. But what I talked about in a story recently is about the fact that anything is possible. Anything you put your mind to is possible. If you can see it, you can achieve it. And you have to get rid of that scarcity mindset, that mindset of deprivation, that you're only losing stuff. You only want to look at the positives, the positive vibrations, the positive energy, the positive things you're going to gain from making this change. So I hope this helped you. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, a comment. Make sure that you let me know what you think, if this has helped you. And subscribe to the channel, so we'll see each other in tomorrow's next video. Cheers.